Hello, I'm Tim Lewis, and thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe for more content. If you know someone who might like this video, recommend it to them and encourage them to subscribe as well. Thank you and enjoy the video. In today's video, we will take a look at an Atlas Industrial Rail trolley car. Now, Atlas has been producing these cars for quite some time, and they have changed road names over time. And as many of you guys know, Atlas will do a one and done run on a lot of things, and when they do another run of that item, the number of the road number changes. So unfortunately, this is the only one and done run that they did, and these came out between 2005 and 2010. I do not remember the exact year, but they sold them for quite a long time in that time, and they did a couple other trolley cars to go with it. Now, you could buy this separate, or you could buy it in a bump and go back and forth set. This car in particular is a model of what a San Diego Electric Railway car could look like, and they've been around since 1892 to 1948, and these were the first generation company that ran trolleys throughout San Diego. Now, this car would probably run towards the end, which would be sometime between 1920 and 1948 when the system completely was closed. Now, I acquired this because Jared Hadrick of Atlas made a visit to San Diego and presented the San Diego three-railers with the first one off the line, and then we started selling them as a part of a dealership program because we are an Atlas dealer, and a lot of members bought these cars, and some of them bought multiples. So they got the same car, and what they usually do is they run both of them on the same track, and since this is a bump and go trolley, they do bump into each other, so they'll change directions and go back, and they'll bump into each other again later down the road. Now, these are some pretty nice trolley cars, and this is a highly recommended add-on piece to your collection. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is Atlas trolley cars are a little bit different. Now, they do have the bump and go direction thing, but they also have a directional setting. So when you start this thing up, it'll do the usual neutral forward, neutral reverse, like some of the high-end locomotives and other conventional locomotives. This is not a trolley car where it's locked into one direction. So this trolley car does model the 400 series, and the 400 series unfortunately no longer does exist. There are some companies and railroad museums that have older San Diego trolley cars, and there is only one 400 car that has some pieces left, and that is car 422. The front end of the cab was used as a cafe at the 12th and Imperial San Diego Trolley Station, and then it was donated to the San Diego Electric Railway Association, which preserves the history of the San Diego Electric Railway Company. And 422's front end is in there as planned to be used for a photo booth. So as far as I know, Atlas has no cars that they have produced in the last couple of years to be sold as a deal with track or separate, and no retailer has them for sale, so you may have to look secondhand. And I believe the price that they were going for was about $95.99. So trying to find one will not be easy, but you never know what you'll find. These are some nice cars, and now we will take a closer look. So we'll start off with the front of the car, and then we'll work our way to the top and sides and then the rear. And pretty much the rear is going to be the same, but there may be some stuff that you may not notice on the front, so we'll cover that as well. There are 3 windows up here. They're all frosted, and you got a headlight right here. You got some doors with other molded in detail with frosted windows, and this is one of the bumpers for the bump and go section, which kind of pushes in like this. And it's a little bit different. It's a click, not a punch type of sound. Instead of that, it's a lot better to function correctly for the car to and it will not derail the car when it bumps into a bumper. Moving on, we got Union Depot as the destination point. We also got the pole for the catenary. Continuing along, you got some nice molded in detail with the rivets up here and some other piping for the car. On the sides of the car, we'll continue. We got frosted windows. We got this very nice decal, which I will zoom in closely in a minute. And we got another frosted door. Here is the side of the car, and you guys can tell there's a lot of nice detail on it. For example, these cars, including the PCC cars, because San Diego Electric Railway Company had a lot of them, they would have the same thing. So it'd be ride and relax, visit the zoo, Balboa Park, car number 7 or 11, and the road number. So I took the car and flipped it around and brought you guys up so you guys can see the car. So there is a little thing right here. This is basically the pole retrievers, so they would be attached to a rope and you would pull it down and secure it down here. And the PCC cars have it. And then you got 407 in a silver numbering on the front, and this is the same thing on each end as well as the bump and go portion. And lastly, you got more steps that are separately add-on. Here is the underside of the car. You got 2 pickup rollers, and there is 1 motor on this car, so you can actually feel which one is the motor. So this car portion of the car is the motor, and this one has no motor, so it's a free rolling truck. Also, you can see some undercarriage detail such as an air tank and a box. And also right here is the actual mechanism for the bump. So I'm going to hold the car for a second so you guys can see how it works. It's just a clicker with a little relay probably inside that connects to the boards to control the speed and change the direction of the car. So this is the only O-gauge San Diego Electric Railway car, or any type of San Diego trolley car done in O-gauge. Bachmann has done some HO models, and the color looks right on some of the models they've done, and some of the models they haven't been able to do the color on correctly. Now, my favorite feature on this car has to be the ability with the direction with the E unit. So you can start off, like I said, forward, neutral, reverse, neutral, that kind of thing. Now, there's no least favorite feature on this. The one thing I do hope is that someone makes another car again. Now, whether it's MTH or Lionel, whatever it is, MTH would make a nice car, because those PCC cars that they do from the Rail King line are pretty nice. And the San Diego trolley cars had a bunch of PCC cars, and it would be nice to have something like that. Alrighty guys, we got the power to the track, so I'm going to start it up. And when it comes back around, I'm going to demonstrate to you guys the direction change. So what I like to do is I put one finger on the track, and the direction is changed. And as you guys just saw there, the direction changed by itself. Pretty cool. Alrighty guys, this wraps up this review. This is a very nice car, and like I mentioned earlier, if you can find a car like this or similar, that's going to be the fun part. These are some nice cars, and they're highly sought after. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Once again, thank you for watching this video. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe for more content. If you know someone who might like this video, recommend it to them and encourage them to subscribe. If you would like to see more photos and videos, I have an Instagram account. The username is sdiv_tim, and the link is in the bio. If you're an O-gauge modeler looking for more exposure, American O-Gauge is a feature page on Instagram where O-Gauge modelers around the country have their trains on display. This also includes their layouts and tips. With over 1,000 followers and over 75 different contributors, we get a new contributor daily, and we hope you can contribute to our page.